Coach, how do you think Kansas City's midweek cup triumph will affect this game coming up?
I don't think it'll play in the game at all. Not one bit. You know, Peter will have them turned around mentally, no doubt about it. Physically, as much as that's played up, that won't be a factor at all. There's plenty of time to recover. They've got 2 days in between games, and when you look at a weekly periodization, they're coming into Saturday they'll be game day +3. A lot of times those are your heaviest training days. So it's something that's played up. I don't think it'll play into this game whatsoever, physically or mentally.
Wouldn't change the way you guys, would you go after them more at the beginning, press them a little bit higher, or it doesn't really change the game plan?
Yeah, we go after everything at home. So no, it doesn't change anything at all. So it's a real trap to think it's going to be mentally and physically any different. You look at the Red Bull game, they had the same situation. Played New England midweek, and you didn't see any hangover physically or mentally whatsoever in their play. So I think, again, it's something that if you know the ins and outs of training and sports science, and obviously with a guy like Peter, a guy like Jesse, they'll turn guys around quickly mentally. Sometimes that's an issue with certain teams. They don't get turned around quickly for whatever reason, but not with a guy like Peter. And physically, like I said, they've got plenty of time to recover. And because they rotated guys in that Seattle game, that allows them in theory to basically just play 2 games in 6 days, and that's no problem at all.
Looking at Kansas City, they have rotated a little bit, but what are you expecting to see out of their lineup? Who are some of the guys that you think will be in there and will be sort of dangerous guys to watch?
Well, I mean, again, you look at Seattle, they rotated some guys. I think they did that because they wanted to go for the Open Cup game, and also that gives them now the opportunity to play their top group again. Will they do that? I don't know. I'm assuming they'll go with their top group. Why wouldn't they? They need points just like we need points. They're only 1 point ahead of us in the league, and I think that was a big reason why they rotated in that Seattle game. You start playing 3 games in 7-8 days, then now you do have somewhat of an issue in terms of recovery. But two games with a couple days off in between, like I said, when we lay out a full week in our game day +3, that's a heavy training day. So that's in theory where they're at coming into Saturday. So they'll be turned around completely, no issues, which should give them the opportunity to play their strongest group. I don't know, in the game there are a few guys that left the game that could be out, but we're preparing for the top group to be in. But like always, we've shown all the guys video on every guy they got. So our outside backs will be prepared for every single player that could play, midfielders as well. But we're expecting their strongest group. We're not expecting them to come to this game with any hangover. They'll come in with a lot of spirit because they just want a trophy. And then, like I said, physically they'll be ready.